What's up, gentlemen? Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, welcome to the channel. In this video, I'm going to talk about 3 things that I love about Poland as a Black American, although me being Black has absolutely nothing to do with anything I'm about to share in this video. But before we get into these 3 things, smash the like button, costs you nothing, means the world to me, and consider hitting that subscribe button. If you choose to do so, I would be extremely appreciative. Helps the channel grow, helps this video reach more people. Now, with all that good stuff out of the way, let's get into the topic at hand. So, first and foremost, I have a whole video on this topic, so I'm not going to go too deep into it, but the number one thing I love about Poland is the Polish people. Now, the Polish people oftentimes get a bad rap, I would say, about being cold. And in my personal experience, they are not cold. If you want to experience a group of people that, in my opinion, are truly cold, talk to some Belarusians. Those people are seemingly emotionless and heartless and just a very cold group of people. Now, part of this may be because I am the same way. I'm extremely direct, I get straight to the point, and I'm not really chit-chatty, small talk kind of guy. And in general, I just want people to leave me be and let me do my thing. If I want to interact with you or what may have you, I will take those steps to do so. And so I could see why some people would label Polish people as cold. In fact, I have talked about this a little bit before, that Polish people don't walk around smiling like some American who, in America, you just have all these people fake smiling and like fake acting and, putting on a massive front. And the Polish people don't really do that. And why I say they aren't really a cold group of people, if you take the steps to, learn some basic Polish, if you take the steps to talk to them, make friends with some of them, then their cold outer exterior immediately practically drops and they become super friendly, super engaging. They'll crack jokes. They'll treat you just like any other person. So to me, the Polish people are not cold. And that leads me into some other things. I think that they're pretty funny. I think they are friendly, entertaining, engaging, intelligent, hardworking, from all the things that I have seen. And so I have a ton of respect for the Polish people, and this actually ties into the last thing that I'm going to talk about on this list. We aren't going to skip ahead to that just yet. So the number one thing I love about Poland is undoubtedly the Polish people and the Polish spirit. And that leads me to the second thing, and that is the Polish history. Now, everyone knows about World War II. Well, maybe not everyone knows, but obviously there's places like Auschwitz. And obviously Poland as a whole was affected by World War II greatly. But going back to like the 1600s, 1500s, they have been invaded over 40 different times. And most of these, well, I shouldn't say most, but some of these were incredibly successful. So Poland actually got partitioned and removed from the map as a country for over 120 years. And another thing about Polish history, they were the second democratic nation and the first democratic nation in Europe. So obviously, there is quite a bit of history in this country, and that is something that you've got to respect, you've got to admire, and you've got to acknowledge, because it really helps you understand a lot of the things that drive Polish people, drive the Polish spirit. And that's really going to be part of the third thing that I'm going to talk about here in a moment. And another thing that I am not 100% sure on, but I think one of the oldest breweries in the world, maybe, is in Poland. So that's just another fun fact. So you've got to love the Polish people, the Polish history, but finally, this kind of ties it all together. The Polish people have an undeniable love and lust, I would say, for protecting their culture, their history, and their country, And this goes all the way down to, political reforms. But a lot of this is due to that history I previously touched on. So because they were invaded over 40 different times and removed from the map for over 120 years, guess what? They are really protective of their country, their culture, and their freedom. And that is incredibly important to me personally, because freedom is one of the most important things in a man's life. Well, I shouldn't speak for other men, but there have been studies that freedom is essentially the number one key to happiness for men. But we aren't going to get into that topic for the purpose of this video. And so one thing that I have noticed about the Polish people is I wouldn't say that they are tolerant with others but strict with themselves. I would say they are tolerant of others as long as they assimilate properly into their culture and respect their culture. So if they come from anywhere in the world and come to Poland, and as long as you conduct yourself in a respectable manner, you provide to the economy. I mean, I'm not necessarily saying you have to like get a job here, but if you're not like a bad tourist is probably the best way I can put it, and you aren't just like leeching from society, then they're probably going to treat you in accordance with how you act. And I've gotten nothing but respect when I go out to places because in general, I am a respectful person. A lot of people have asked me why I don't have like videos of me going to museums. And that is because I don't want to go into a museum, whip out this camera, and start ruining other people's experience because I find that rude. I don't want to be loud and boisterous and recording a video while other people are trying to pay their respects to, World War II victims, World War II leaders, people who helped save the country. Well, I don't want to say save the country, but protect the country. And so I find it a bit rude to just whip out a camera and be like, hey guys, did you know in Poland, blah, 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 while others are maybe sad about the things that have happened. I mean, I was sad. I don't have direct relatives that were in this part of the world at that point in time, although I am partially Slovenian, fun fact. So anyway, I want to let those people be in peace, and I would consider that respectful. So I try to be respectful, I try to be cordial, and I try to act in accordance with how the other people around me are acting, because I don't want to stick out like a sore thumb. And so I find that the Polish people really respect that. And part of the reason they respect that is because they don't, as I said before, they've lost their country, they've been invaded numerous times, and so they don't want other people bringing in, I don't want to say the woke mind virus, but they don't want other people coming to their culture and trying to change the cultures, the customs, the norms, and what is accepted in society. Now, I could be completely wrong on all that, but this is just my personal assessment, and I'm sure there's going to be Polish people in these comments who can correct me if they think that I am wrong, because they certainly know their country better than I do, because I am not a Polish person quite yet. I'm on my way to becoming Polish, okay? Maybe like a couple more days, and I will be an honorary Pole. And on that note, we are going to wrap up this video. Thank you for watching. I truly appreciate it. If you haven't liked the video, please do so on your way out, and I will see you guys in the next video. And as always, peace, much love.